Hello students, I'm Dr. Arpita De. A very warm welcome to my plant physiology classes. The topic for today's discussion is factors affecting photosynthesis. We know photosynthesis is affected by a combination of internal as well as external factors. Internal means what? The factors that are there within the plant, and external factors are the environmental factors or abiotic factors that are operating outside the plant body. Okay, we will be starting with the first factor, which is light. Okay, light, as we all know, is the key factor for photosynthesis. Without light, no light reaction can occur, and without that light reaction, light independent reaction is also not going to occur. Fine. 2% of total solar energy reaching the earth is used by plants. Please keep this part in mind. It's only 2% of the total solar energy that reaches earth is utilized by plant. It is not that whatever the plant is getting, everything, every part of it is utilized by the plant. It's not the case. Only a meager 2% of it is used for photosynthesis. Higher intensities of light increases the rate of photosynthesis. Maximum rate of photosynthesis is observed under red light, and it is minimum, or the effect of green light on photosynthesis is minimum. Fine. Maximum is red light and minimum is green light. Now, light has got three parameters to it: intensity, quality, and duration. Okay. First, let us talk about light intensity. The total quantity of light incident on plant does not get absorbed. Rather, a part of it gets absorbed and some part of it gets reflected, while some get transmitted. Okay. The intensity of light will also have a very important role to play in photosynthesis. And to a certain extent, intensity of light, or the increase in the intensity of light, will enhance the rate of photosynthesis. Okay, where a part of the total quantity of light which are incident on the plant will get reflected, some get absorbed, and some get transmitted. Fine. Now coming to quality of light. Quality of light means what? What type of light or which quality of light is affecting photosynthesis? Blue and red light are best suited for photosynthesis. Okay. As per quality goes, fine. As per quality goes, it is, see, keeping a plant constantly exposed to light or keeping it in darkness for infinite hours is of no use. Fine. So, a certain span of hours or span of time is very important for the healthy growth of plant and proper photosynthesis to occur. Longer periods of light, that means 10 to 12 hours per day, generally favors photosynthesis. What is it? 10 to 12 hours per day. 10 to 12 hours per day is generally favorable for photosynthesis. Fine. Now let's come to the second factor, which is CO2 or carbon dioxide. We know carbon dioxide always pose toxicity in the body of living organism if its concentration is crossing the optimum range. Okay, very high concentration of CO2 is toxic to plants. That means what? Increase in the concentration of CO2 is directly proportional to the rate of photosynthesis, but up to a certain limit. After that, what will happen? There will be toxic reactions in the plant body. Alright? This will ultimately do what? Beyond a certain limit, CO2 will start to accumulate in the plant, and this will lead to slowing down of the process. Okay? Next, we are talking about temperature. Photosynthesis occurs best at a certain optimum range of temperature, which is 20 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, 20 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. This is your optimum range of temperature. At very high temperature, the enzymes get denatured, which will lead to reduced rate of photosynthesis, and eventually it will stop. What will happen at very high temperature? See, enzymes are all protein in nature. We know that very high temperature will denature these proteins, and as the enzymes get denatured, what will happen? The process of photosynthesis will either be slow or it will eventually stop because the enzymes are no longer functional. So maintaining an optimum temperature is very important for proper photosynthesis to occur. Next, coming to water. Water is indispensable for life, be it plant, be it other organisms. Water is indispensable. That means we can't live without it. Same thing applies to the plants as well. Water scarcity leads to reduction in photosynthesis, and it also leads to stomatal closure. Okay, the reduction in the intake or availability of water will cause the stomata to close in order to avoid water loss by transpiration. Okay, the scarcity of water will do what? Will ultimately hamper all the processes or all the reactions that are taking place in plant. It will cause dehydration. Okay, it will make the entire system dry. Okay, the plasma inside will get dehydrated. So this will really have a detrimental effect on photosynthesis. So we know the effect of CO2, temperature and water. Next we will move to oxygen, our life giver. An optimum range of oxygen concentration is essential for photosynthesis. Of course, it is also living. So an optimum range, mind it, an optimum range of CO2 is essential for photosynthesis. Fine. Increase in the concentration of oxygen is often found to damage the intermediates formed in photosynthesis, and it will give way to what? Photorespiration. We all know that when oxygen is more in comparison to CO2, what will happen? Rubisco will thus behave as an oxygenase, and C2 cycle will operate, which will lead to wastage of CO2 and ATP. Oxygen concentration should always be maintained at an optimum range in order to give way to proper photosynthesis. Okay. Next we will come to pollutants. Pollutants like PAN or peroxyacetyl nitrate formed from the reaction of oxides of nitrogen and hydrocarbons which are found in smoke will do what? Will inhibit Hill reaction of photosynthesis. BCMU is a very well known herbicide, also inhibits electron transport chain. Okay, non-cyclic electron transport is also hampered over there. It is inhibited. Okay, minerals are indispensable for photosynthesis. Minerals play a very important role in synthesis of all important constituents in the plant. Okay, so mineral again is very important for chlorophyll formation. If chlorophyll is not there, no photosynthesis can occur. Therefore, mineral is very important for photosynthesis to occur smoothly. Finally, we'll come to the structure of leaf. Leaf anatomy, chloroplast movement, height of a plant, these are some of the factors that influence the interaction of light with plant. The heat load imposed on the leaves by sunlight is dissipated back in the form of long wavelength radiation. Fine. Now, what is it actually? Let's discuss it in a simpler way. The morphological features of a leaf has a considerable impact on the rate of photosynthesis. Alright. Now, how is it happening? If the leaf is having a bigger surface area, it will absorb more light. If it is well spread or facing the incident light, it will absorb more light than leaves that are drooping down. Okay. So morphological features of a leaf has a considerable impact on the rates of photosynthesis because these influence the light reaching the chloroplast. These anatomical feature will influence the amount of light that will reach the chloroplast. Okay, so these are certain important factors that normally affect photosynthesis. Okay, I hope these discussions or this particular lecture is of use to you. If you have any confusion anywhere, please feel free to get back to me in the comment section and I will try my level best to clear your doubts. Hope to see you soon. Thank you for your kind attention. Stay well. Goodbye.